Center, and this is part 4, where I'm going to start talking about the 4 horses of the apocalypse and to open your mind that they may already be here, that seal has already been broken. So there's been a misconception, I believe, in the body of Christ that these seals in Revelation 6 have to be opened all within 7 years. And the Bible never says that. The only really specific time is the week, of course, where the 3.5 years, this half of the week, is going to be tribulation. The first half of those 7 years, the 3.5 years that we're already in, it doesn't ever say that's when the seals have to be broken. Those could be happening at any time. So this is my understanding that if we need to open our minds, because it's, again, the Lord came and nobody got it, and we're trying to get it. So I'm just putting it out there because I really love what I'm studying. And so anyway, the first, let's read Zechariah 6:1. This is where it first talks about those 4 horsemen, which will end up being it's the prophecy of the 4 apocalyptic horsemen. So Zechariah 6:1. Again, I lifted my eyes and saw, behold, 4 chariots came out between 2 mountains, and the mountains were made of bronze. The first chariot had red horses, the second black horses, the third white horses, and the 4th chariot dappled horses, all of them strong. Then I answered and said to the angel who talked with me, what are these, my Lord? And the angel answered and said to me, these are going out to the 4 winds of heaven after presenting themselves before the Lord of all the earth. The chariots with the black horses go towards the north country, the white ones go after them, and the dappled ones go toward the south country. When the strong horses came out, they were impatient to go and patrol the earth. And he said, go and patrol the earth. So they patrolled the earth. Then he said to me, behold, those who go toward the north country have set my spirit at rest in the north country. Okay, so we get the picture of these 4 apocalyptic horsemen that are going to come out that are also in Revelation 6. In the first seal, when he opens the first seal. Now, Revelation 6:1. Now I watched when the Lamb opened one of the 7 seals, and I heard one of the 4 living creatures say with a voice like thunder, come. And I looked, and behold, a white horse, just like Zechariah said, white horses, and its rider had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he came out conquering and to conquer. When he opened the 2nd seal, I heard the 2nd living creature say, come. And out came another horse, bright red, and its rider was permitted to take peace from the earth, so that people should slay one another, and he was given a great sword. And when he opened the 3rd seal, I heard the 3rd living creature say, come. And I looked, and behold, a black horse, and its rider had a pair of scales in his hand. And I heard what seemed to be a voice in the midst of 4 living creatures saying, a quart of wheat for a denarius, and 3 quarts of barley for a denarius, and do not harm the oil and the wine. When he opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th living creature say, come. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and its rider's name was Death, and Hades followed with him. And they were given authority over a 4th of the earth, to kill with sword, and with famine, and with pestilence, and by wild beasts of the earth. So, in my, I had the prophecy of 9/11, and the sudden death that would hit the stock market, judgment against our nation, had to do with Islam, was 2001, and in my nephew's research, which you can download his PDF, it's on his website. I'll give you the whole info. Like I said, his studies are making sense with my vision, so that's why I'm really into watching this, the prophetic words that he has. Okay, so the first 4 seals were possibly opened on 9/11. This was also discovered by Michael Rood. You can look at his website, A Rood Awakening. And I think it's very interesting, and I may not get through all 4 verses right now, but I'm just going to kind of read some of the notes I have. So we know at that time the 2 mountains of brass, or the twin towers, came down. Now Zechariah's prophecy 6:1-8 said that there will be 2 mountains. He saw 2 mountains of brass come down, right? So where were we? Zechariah, let me make sure I'm not misleading. 6, and I lifted my eyes and saw, behold, 4 chariots came out from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were made of bronze. So those 2 mountains, which there is, okay, so the Hebrew word used in Zechariah 6 is nekoseth, which literally means copper, but it can mean any metal alloy. So the word is sometimes translated as steel, but steel and bronze are both man-made metals that naturally occur in nature and not as much known in the ancient world. So Zechariah was seeing something that was made of bronze or an ally or steel, something man-made. So there's more information on this. It's really cool if you want to read it. So if Zechariah had seen the 2 World Trade Centers in his vision, they would have appeared like metal mountains to him, especially if they collapsed into a mountain of rubble. And it would have been difficult for him to distinguish the precise metal that they were made from, since there were no metal buildings in Zechariah's day. From between these 2 mountains of alloyed metal, Zechariah saw 4 spirits on 4 chariots ride out across the earth.